Well, so we're here to do the newspapers. Mama V is here as well. Mama V, good morning to you.
Good morning, Roland Walker.
Great,
How
great,
are you?
great. Yeah, you have some messages already.
I do. I have messages.
You want to read a couple before we do the newspapers?
Definitely. This one says, please help me wish my brother a speedy recovery. He's been battling with a strange ailment for the past 13 months. We've been moving from one hospital to another, all to no avail. We need your prayers now. And that's from Bambakia Samed. Our prayers are with you. And then we hope that you find a solution to this sickness very soon. This one says, what happened to our Susu box? That's a Aye Gogo Stephen from Chiana. What happened to our Susu box? Big question. This one says, I think the court should ensure the law takes its full course on the Chinese Galamsey suspects. Ghana has been taken for granted for too long. They should be jailed if found guilty, to deter other foreign nationals from engaging in such acts. Oh, Asha one. And the why is one. Do not cry, okay? Ghana laws can work for real. That's Dennis Bansa from Koforia sending that message. You can also send us a WhatsApp message or an SMS, the regular text with the same line. Okay, Roland, we'll do the newspapers now.
Yes, so we'll do the newspapers. We'll start with the Daily Graphic. You want to do the Daily Graphic for me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, please do
front page of the Daily Graphic this day. Soldiers protecting Galamsey sites, and that's Mr. John Peter Amewu, Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, but Defense Minister promises to investigate. Also, President to sport red on National Red Friday on May 26. Ashawan angry with court for refusing her bail. And also court restrains UCC over rusticated students. Two stories of interest on the front page of the paper for me. We'll get into bits of that. The daily back page of the Daily Graphic now. Central Region farms under threats of army worm invasion. More than 1,350 hectares of crops, mostly maize, have been invaded by the fall army worm in the Central Region. The Central Regional Director of the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, Mr. Gershon Wajra, has announced, or who announced this in Cape Coast yesterday, said the worm infestation posed a serious threat to the government's Planting for Food and Jobs program in the region. Now let's get to page 16, still in the Daily Graphic newspaper. On the President sporting red, what will be the significance of that? Story says, the second in the series of public show of anger against Galamsey declared by the Media Coalition Against Galamsey comes off on Friday, May 26, 2017 throughout the country. Known as the National Red Friday, the day was declared by the coalition to demonstrate their anger against the illegal activities and thereby draw public attention and sensitize them to the government's action to clamp down on Galamsey activities throughout the country. During a meeting with President Ekufuado at the Flagstaff House on Friday, May 12, 2017, the president promised to also wear red on Friday in solidarity with the campaign by the Media Coalition. So there you have it with that story there. Finally, fast forward to page 60, still in the Daily Graphic newspaper. We'll be there in a bit. Okay, yeah. Here we are. Story says the case between the rusticated students of the University of Cape Coast and the university has taken a legal twist. The students yesterday secured an interim injunction from the Cape Coast High Court to restrain the university from rusticating 18 of them. The order signed by Francis Gajia, a registrar of the Cape Coast High Court, further restrained the UCC from interfering in any way whatsoever with the academic work of the student. What it means is they still can write their exams. The order dated May 23rd, 2017 restrained the university, its agents, workmen or employees from carrying out their purported decision to rusticate the plaintiffs. 18 out of the 22 students filed an ex parte motion for an interim injunction to restrain the UCC, its agents, workmen or employees from carrying out their purported decision to rusticate them and prevent them from writing their second semester examination or interfere in any way whatsoever with their academic work. So school rules and the law, which one would win? There are more details of a lot more stories in the Daily Graphic newspaper.
It's always one of those things. Good morning, Mama V and Roland. You guys are doing a good job. Keep it up. And that's from Alhaji Bob from Kumbungu. We say thanks for the message as well. Please make sure that you send us a lot more of those messages. We're grateful. We have to do the Ghanaian Times. And on the front page of the Ghanaian Times, again, is about the minister blowing the military's cover. But Mama V, I wanted to ask a question. Since this news broke yesterday, since they are all ministers, why didn't they just call each other and say, please put your men to order?
You know, was it James Agalga I was listening to on radio yesterday? He said something, and he said that Mr. Peter Amewu is alone. You know?
Okay.
And it made sense. I was looking at it from another point of view.
That gives an indication that because he's your fellow minister, and if some agencies under the ministry would be doing this, and this has been going on for a long time. I mean, the campaign on Galamsey has been going on, and nobody has put a stop to the still protection, and that means that there's a problem. I
just feel that, and it's understandable, Mr. Amewu will be frustrated with some of the things that he's seen on the ground. I think he is. Especially when he as a minister, can't have access to certain places because there are some military personnel who are guarding and protecting
and
some of the sites.
Don't let anybody come, not even a minister of state.
Exactly. and I think what is intriguing is the fact that he can't even pick a call and call his colleague and say, Massa, what's up? What's happening in this area? I'm here and I can't have access. And so this all plays out in the media and everybody kind of knows about it. It's real. That's what he's facing. That's and I like the fact that he's talked about it, but also the fact that Mr. Nitiwu is also not, if you like, he's taking it in good faith, and he says they're going to be investigating it. It's all well and good. After all, it's a democracy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. We'll see how that goes. And apparently, the minister blows the military's cover in Galamsey operations, and this one again featured on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. I don't know how long we're going to do this. I think that we need to put a stop to this. If the military is not supposed to be there, they are not supposed to be there as well. And on the front page, we also have ECG private participation begins October 2018. This one also gaining a lot more media prominence over the last 12 hours. I'm sure we'll discuss this on AM Talk as well. President Akufo-Addo, world leaders condemn Manchester bombing. Very sad one. Yeah. Sad event. Sad event.
There were lots of children in that attack as well. Those who died, I think late yesterday was 12 of them. 12 of them children. There was an 8-year-old.
There was an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
So sad. Yeah. An 8-year-old, they go to concert or they're accompanying.
Roland, this is not Ghana.
Yeah, but
this is another culture altogether.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Will you allow your 8-year-old to go?
You're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, let's do the finder. I live in Ghana. The Finder newspaper, front page of the Finder, ECG deal set for September 2018 to announce concessionaire. Also $41 million lawsuit. World Bank's IFC withdraws motion. Government urged to champion digital innovation. Another headline on the front page of the Finder this morning. And 10.7 million euros boosts for skills development. EU, Germany to co-finance technical and vocational training. Okay, that will be it for the Final newspaper. You can grab the paper and read
Hi guys, watching from Rwanda. I really love your show. Thanks for joining us this morning.
What's his name? From Rwanda.
Yeah, he didn't leave his name.
Oh, I want to go to Kigali.
Kigali.
Yeah.
All right. Kigali. I hear it's the cleanest city in Africa.
Yeah, I want to spend about like a month in Rwanda. That would be really cool.
Yeah, that will be. That will be. That should be. The front page of the Daily Guide has on the front page, Galamsey Queen goes mad. Aisha Wang on a bus after the court hearing. And she was traumatized yesterday, I'm told. And we know that she was in the court alongside other suspects, Gao Jinsheng, who is 45, Li Qinzhong, who is 39, Ha Bengao, who is 29, Zhang, as well as Zhang Peng and others who were all part of the suspects who were rounded up in that Galamsey swoop in various Galamsey sites, in which we're told that Aisha Huang is one of the main architects of managing some of those sites. We'll see how that goes. On the front page of the Daily Guide also is a story about an MP, apparently, allegedly, who is said to be having dual citizenship. Al-Hassan Umar, the story is in there. Apparently, the NDC MP for Zabzugu in the northern region is in trouble over his alleged dual citizenship. In what looks similar to the Adamus Dramani Sakande case, the NDC MP Al-Hassan Umar has been sued by 2 of his constituents for allegedly having dual citizenship from the United States of America and the Republic of Ghana. No problem. Only that when you're having dual, you can't be MP. Yeah. Adamu Dramani Sakande, after winning the Bokusi, blah, 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 it gives us a repeat, but we're told that in their statement, the plaintiff have read that there are farmers who are aware that the NDC MP, who they claim was born on June 29, 1966, was originally Ghanaian but naturalized and became a citizen of the United States of America on May 31, 2000.
A lot more untold stories.
And the plaintiffs went ahead to list all residential addresses used by the NDC MP when he was resident in the United States of America, especially, let me tell you the places that he stayed. According to the plaintiffs,
okay.
New Jersey, Virginia, you know those places, and claimed that he even filed for bankruptcy in the United States of America in 1999.
Yeah, it's not a crime to live in
hey, Charlie, people get feel.
It's not a crime. It's not a crime to live and have the kind of life that he had there.
Okay, and the
what is the issue? Is his dual citizenship and the fact that
and the plaintiffs are, let me just tell you their names: Nikomola Jacob Makenye and Maponyao Godwin.
Okay, that's it.
Mofila. Should I read more?
No.
Okay.
That would be
and
all.
then this one is sad. We all know this incident is about the UK bombings and a girl 8
among the 22 dead. Yeah.
So sad, an event. The girl 8, those who lost their lives, Safi Rosso, as well as Georgina Calendar, who even took a selfie with Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
And this is sad.
And I it's crazy because they are the concert was just about ending. We're told Ariana had just exited.
Yes,
the stage.
The stage, yes. She had finished her,
exactly.
her performance or her concert, and they were all exiting. I hear Pep Guardiola's wife and 2 children were also at the concert. Yeah.
Well, I want to know whether the soldiers are protecting Galamsey site from illegal miners or otherwise. Hey, Ghana. And you kind of lost hope, don't? Ekufuado rise up from Vallis, Afred Jesse, who's watching from Kumasi. This one says a very good morning to you, Mama V and Roland. Okay, well, thank you. Abdul Wahab Yusuf in Sunyai. Good morning to everybody watching from across the country. This one says, you guys are doing a great job. God richly bless you. Thank you very much. But kindly include your name when you send us those messages. Sharif Wumunaya from Buepe says Peter Amewu is working and is it bamboos or baboos are watching? Ghana. All right, more messages. We'll get that in the bit. Roland, you've got the Daily Dispatch.
I've got the Daily Dispatch newspaper. And it says, Aisha the Chinese is angry over lack of bail. And then we have how lives of 4 footballers were saved in Ghana and Chinese sex videos and their release. When? We know who said that, Kokubako. And since then, we've had a number of videos around. There's also been the death announced of Kofi Bucknor, Charles Kofi Bucknor, at 64, born in Cape Coast, we're told, has featured in a number of...
this has been confirmed?
Yeah, it's been confirmed now.
That's sad.
Featured in African Ports, Love Brewed in African Ports, African Heritage Africa, Run Baby Run, Elmina, and among others. He was a good actor, stage actor too, very good at what he did.
Great speaker as well.
Yeah, may his soul rest in peace.
Okay, we're done with the hardcore newspapers. Now let's get online. Let's start off with myjoyonline.com and review some of the stories on the site this morning. When you visit myjoyonline.com this day, you'd find Ghana to get first spaceship launch pad in Africa. We'll become the first country in Africa to get a spaceship launch pad. If you want to know what all that is about, just click on the story and read the details. Let's move on.
We want to launch the
Can we move on? Okay, quotation from Aseseso. I hope I got that right. You're watching the show. Thank you for the message that you've sent us. Here's another one that says, the newly recruited or recruits of agricultural extension officers who are to help solve this outbreak of the armyworm are still in the house waiting for appointment letters. That's from Birikorang Zakari in Akem Achiase. That's coming because of that report in one of the newspapers about the fall armyworm invasion now in the central region. Oh, Gomez, I didn't mean we wanted to read details of the story. I was encouraging people to click on the story. Let's go back and do the headlines on the page. We've got to do this real quick and make way for sports. 6 companies shortlisted to bid for ECG concession. The Millennium Development Authority. Oh. So ANI starts production ahead of schedule. A new record. Is it NE or ENI? ENI, okay. In deep field production, the Sankofa Jinyame field in the prolific OCTP block. You can read about it on the site. Jubilee Fields repairs to cost GMPC some $70 million. Story says that the GMPC is set to contribute some $70 million as its share of the cost of permanently repairing the entire Jubilee Fields offshore Cape 3 points in the western region. Alex Sebefia urges prosecution of corporates in Central Medical Stores fire. And Roland will ask a question and say, so what happened? Why didn't you do it? Okay, let's move on. British police named suicide bomber threat level raised to critical. They were in severe mode and it's now been moved to critical. We know that ISIS is taking responsibility for this. What they are trying to establish is the connection between this guy and ISIS. And there are also suspicion that there are a lot more people involved in this, even though at the concert it was just this 22-year-old, you know, who carried out this action. Lucy Quest, a global role model for business leadership. Her unique combination of leadership skills, regional knowledge, technical expertise, and global perspective soon caught the attention of Airtel, which hired her to become the first Ghanaian woman CEO, I guess, of a telco. Yeah, she's a great woman, by the way. I just admire watching her speak. She's such an inspiration. High Court freezes suspension of UCC student. That story also carried in one of the newspapers this morning. Let's see. I see the British High Commissioner here. Throws out MP's request for withdrawal of visa fraud allegation. The British High Commission has rejected a request by the former Esunafo South Member of Parliament, George Boashi, for a withdrawal of visa fraud allegations against him. Some showdown, isn't it? This whole visa issue has resurfaced again. Hey, as for Ghana and the media, we talk about something and then after a while, like it dies off like that.
Just like that.
Until there's an update.
I'm telling you. Okay, so let's do the BBC Africa page and we'll call it a morning on the subject of the online reviews. Convicted Nigerian fraudster wins £1 compensation. Ex-state governor of Nigeria, of a state of Nigeria, James Ibori, was illegally held in immigration detention, UK court rules. If you read the story, it talks about after he was released, he was illegally held 2 days, and so was compensated. They wanted a compensation of some £4,000, and they got a compensation of £1.
How much is that?
£1. And then they asked, and so the media asked the lawyer, is that what you really wanted? You just wanted that compensation? They said yes. The fact that after he left prison or released from prison, he spent 2 days in extra detention was illegal.
So that's worth £1?
No, that's worth paying a lawyer for because I'm sure he paid, I'm sure hundreds of pounds or thousands of pounds for the lawyer's services. Interesting story. Yes, it is interesting. Ibori. I hope that he still has money in Nigeria. I'm sure
I'm sure he still has definitely. African candidate wins top WHO job. Congratulations to Dr. Tedros Adhanom. Roland, you can see the last one.
Hebreus.
Okay. Chosen as new boss of the World Health Organization. You can read about where he's coming from and all of that on the page. Gambian ex-leader Jammeh stole, guess how much? $50 million.
Small cry.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
I just want to say small. For Ghana, normal money.
Yeah.
What is it?
Okay, so
Why are they cry?
on this show, Roland, today is Wednesday, so we've got business coming up.
Yeah, we have got business coming up, and it's focusing on how the current rate that the Bank of Ghana borrows to commercial banks is going to have an influence in people's lives and businesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear this is very drastic, so we're actually going to feel it. It's going to make a difference.
Really?
I wonder. I don't have hope.
Ghana and President.
But we've also got a big conversation here on the AM show. You can call it the AM agenda. You know how yesterday when I was discussing cesarean section with our doctor in the studio, somebody sent a message and says, I've had a C-section 9 weeks now. Can I take herbal medicine? And I thought, oh, where's this coming from?
Herbal medicine for what?
That's a good question. But the situation with lots of doctors is the fact that sometimes when they diagnose and they give prescription, patients just turn around and go and take some herbal medicine, come back when their sickness is a lot more complicated. And so it's almost frustrating as a doctor because you see a patient and then you feel this can be cured. You give them what to do and then they go around and go and do something else.
You feel that they should be adhering to...
Exactly. But what is interesting, you know, reading about this subject yesterday is the fact that we've accepted in our books herbal medicine. So it's not like it's illegal because there's actually a directorate at the Food and Drugs Authority, the FDA, that's responsible for giving license and also regulating.
And this is all postnatal. You're talking postnatal after you've given.
Oh no, I mean this is general. Not necessarily people who are pregnant or who've had C-sections. Just generalizing the conversation. There's also a directorate at the Ministry of Health because there are clinics that are not orthodox, but they are legal. Okay, so there seems to be some conflict. We haven't come together. So what we're actually looking at this issue broadly here on the show this morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
orthodox and traditional medicine.
Yeah. And we'll be having our guests in the studio as well. They'll help us do the discussions on the subject of the ECG concessions, more of the things about Aisha Huang and whether we're getting production of oil ahead of schedule. What does it mean? We'll discuss the central medical stores and then we'll look at the British High Commission throwing out the MP's request for withdrawal of their visa. You know, you're not supposed to go there for the next 10 years. Yeah. Or if they apply, they'll be denied for the next 10 years.
They should just stay in Ghana. Stay with us. We've got sports coming your way. Benedict Akwesi Dankwa is on standby, after which we'll bring you AM Business on a Wednesday, courtesy EcoBank. Stay with us.
We'll be right back.